The following video is not for the removal or keeping of random crits. This video serves as an analysis point for how a class is individually affected. Thank you for understanding. Salutations, my name is Cosmic Afro, and hi! It's been a while since we've done things, and I'm glad to see you too again. But today I'm going to talk about something extremely important. Is this going to be about that one Texas law that says it ain't illegal to stick your finger in somebody else's mailbox? No, not that at all. So this video is going to be about the Scout and how random crits affect him and his class personally only. That's it. No other classes, just the Scout, you and me, personal discussion time. So grab a hamburger, grab some popcorn, put them both in a blender, be efficient, and drink that stuff. Let's get going. The first thing that we want to consider when it comes to the Scout is that he has the highest base mobility in the game that does not take away from his health pool, aka explosion or rocket jumping. With the amount of options that Scout has to get to the front lines and his increased base movement speed, if the Scout were to die to a random crit, he'd able to get back into position where he was before relatively easily as opposed to other classes. The second thing that we need to consider when it comes to the benefits of the Scout is that he is already a close quarters, high damage burst DPS class. And now, you might be wondering in your head, well, what does that string of words mean? What does close quarters, high DPS burst class, whatever I said before, what does that really mean to me? Well, the way that random crits work is that they work on a ramping and a scaling level. Basically, the more damage that you do, the more likely it is that your next hit is going to be a random crit within a certain time frame. So if you're already doing high damage and short bursts amount and you have high mobility, the chances of you getting a random crit are significantly higher than anybody else who wasn't gonna get a random crit. More importantly, because you are close quarters class, that means that as the Scout, when you do get a random crit, it's going to be more likely that you're going to make more use of that crit as opposed to maybe a pistol shot from halfway across the map. And let's suppose for a second that random crits aren't in the game of Team Fortress 2. The Scout already has a significantly large arsenal of crit and mini-crit weaponry that would allow him to exceed his normal damage capacity anyways. So I ask you, what's the main drawback of random crits existing in the game for Scout? That's literally it. He's got a very low base health pool. And that's the only thing that he has to worry about when it comes to random crits. Scout is already at the front lines and dealing a lot of damage and getting a lot of damage done to him anyways. It doesn't matter if he gets a confirmed kill with a random crit or somebody else gets a confirmed kill on him with a random crit, he was probably going to die anyways. Again, he's a high damage burst DPS, close range, whatever, so on and so forth class. It doesn't matter to him whether or not he dies to something. His low health pool means that he is far more susceptible to random crits, and that they kind of go over his health threshold twice, maybe even 3 times over in certain circumstances, but he doesn't have a whole lot to worry about because he probably would have died anyways. So the long and short of it is, the Scout is already a high damage, burst DPS, whatever, some on and some forth class. He can get back to where he needs to be in the blink of an eye, and anything that would have killed him probably would have killed him anyways, so what difference does it make to a Scout? Is it frustrating sometimes when you're playing Team Fortress 2 and you just happen to die to something? Well, absolutely, I'm not going to deny you on that, but those situations with the Scout you can kind of avoid a lot. I'm not saying that you can avoid everything, but you probably could have avoided a fair amount of them. That's a good question, me. What is the whole point of this discussion? Well, the whole point of this discussion is to get you to realize that most Scouts or people who primarily play Scout a lot are probably okay with the idea of random crits existing in Team Fortress 2 because I'm willing to wager that objectively speaking, they benefit more from random crits existing in pubs than they don't benefit from random crits existing in pubs. More Scouts are more likely to enjoy random crits in the game because they see more action and they see more times where it happens. It's a more personal, guttural, visceral feeling of watching somebody ragdoll across the map with that one well-placed meat shot. It's an enthralling thing to happen. Now, if you're a Scout main and you disagree about random crits and you think that I'm entirely wrong about that, that's totally fine. This is a discussion between you and I, although you're drinking a hamburger popcorn milkshake, so I don't know exactly how reputable you are. Also, there might be a lawnmower now, but this is the only time that I have to record, so I'm just gonna put a tiny little, lawnmower if that does end up popping in the audio. There it is. Don't do that right now. I'm trying to, why are you doing that? Anyways, that's just my opinion on Scout and whether or not they benefit or not from random crits. If you agree or disagree, please leave a comment. I'd love to see what you think. And again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope I can put out some more video stuff because I don't want it to be too long before I come back to doing YouTube stuff. So yeah, I'll see you all in a little while. Bye-bye. I'm gonna go this way so I don't walk in front of the screen.